Bowman, we just arrived in Agua Verde.
Welcome to Narco Paradise. Agua Verde used to be a national park, but Santa Blanca turned it into a place to wine and dine VIPs. Run by this narco junior called Carzita. He brings politicians, judges, and CEOs there for relaxation and cartel-sponsored debauchery.
What's the plan?
We need to know who Sueño's making deals with. Carzita must have a guest list somewhere. You get him, you get the names.
Understood. We're on it.
Yo, cartel gunman.
We got some intel from Bowman on our boy Carzita.
Javier Cardenal Bayardo, which is a mouthful, so let's call him what his rich friends do. Carzita. He's a meppy, a Mexican preppy, or a prepsican if you prefer. His main achievement in life was to win the sperm lottery. Gonzalo Cardenal Bayardo, telecom billionaire, is his daddy. Gave Sonny everything. Money, cars, education, BA from Harvard, MBA Wharton Business, DPhil from Oxford to acquire a little sophistication and some good English clothes. Now he gets his own resort to run. This used to be a national park, but Santa Blanca turned it into an exclusive resort. It's here that Carzita does what Carzita does best, making connections between Santa Blanca and anyone that's anyone. CEOs, politicians, judges, socialites, even celebrities. You know who that is, right? Hint. She just went to rehab for saying something racist. What Carzita offers the cartel is more than just business deals. It's a level of corruption we've never seen before. And it's on you to stop it. We cut the connections, we stop the corruption.
Drone is airborne.
Eyes on 2 Sicarios.
Where you got him?
Eyes on a narco with a submachine gun. Eyes on a pair of grunts.
This province is part of the cartel's influence operation, their propaganda machine. We should familiarize ourselves with their MO.
The man at the top is El Cardenal, an excommunicated priest turned Santa Muerte proponent. He's also supposed to be the spiritual advisor to El Sueño. Other guy in the mix is Ramon Feliz. Used to be a legit journalist till he inexplicably started blogging for the cartel.
All priests like to hear themselves talk, don't they? But as the saying goes, talk is cheap. El Cardenal knew this was true. His people were barely surviving, and he wanted to do something. He had to help those in need. He didn't care where the support came from. But there were others who thought he was making deals with the devil. He was cast out. He lost his family, his friends. Lo perdió todo. When I found him, he was a broken man. I brought him into Santa Blanca to preach the truth of the new faith.
For we are wed to death from the moment we are born, and we must come to love her more than we love our lives. Sacred and blessed death, the goddess of darkness can free you from sickness and evil. Do you offer your heart and soul over to her?
He baptized me in the true faith. He is my counselor, my conscience. I do. The only person I truly trust with my soul.
Since his rise to power, El Sueño has been responsible for more than 7,000 murders, 12,000 kidnappings, and 17,000 disappearances. So then how the fuck is he one of the most loved people on the goddamn internet? I mean, this piece of shit has more likes than the World Cancer Society. How does that even happen? Well, one reason would be Ramon Feliz, Santa Blanca narco blogger. Feliz wasn't always like this. He used to be a real journalist. Working the crime beat for a Mexican newspaper, he wrote about the cartels. Until the cartels started targeting journalists. Forced to choose between reporting the news and their employees, the newspapers made a hard decision. They stopped reporting on the cartels. So Ramon Feliz went underground. With anonymity on his side, he started a blog, and he went after Santa Blanca. Hard. Maybe too hard. Sueño hired hackers from a number of top universities and had them track down Feliz. Things only went downhill from there. Nowadays, Ramon Feliz no longer writes about Santa Blanca. Ramon Feliz writes for Santa Blanca.
Coopere todo saldrá bien.
What's going on? Getting a position. Get into position. Remain.
There's only one fucking reason I haven't beat every one of your teeth out of your mouth and fed them to you already. I need you to be able to speak to your boss when you see him and tell him he's in for much worse. Your legs, though, your arms, you can still talk without those, right?
Oh God, no. I talk so much better when I'm not in pain. So much better.
Much as I like fucking with these assholes, part of me thinks we shouldn't have let him walk away.
Nah, man. Humiliation's worse than a bullet to a macho dude like that. The rebels are gonna love this.
These supplies will buy us a lot of goodwill from the rebels.
You are hosting some political contacts at the casino next month. I want an event, Carzita. Politicians are natural beggars of glamour. The casino must be gilded with celebrity. Who can you bring in?
I have a few ideas. There is, Marco Cruz.
That gordo actor? He wants to be a politician himself. You are thinking that you will buy celebrities, but you must attract them.
Sí, of course. Bebé Herrera. She's a Colombiana telenovela star.
Star of El Rostro de la Patinadora. I am familiar with this novela. Ella es muy bonita. You know her?
She's a poker player. If we host a small tournament, perhaps she can bring a few of her actor and musician friends.
Bueno, make it happen. She and her friends do not need to personally entertain any of my contacts. Comprende?
Sí, absolutely, jefe.
This is one of those legal coca farms.
So, like, can we get some legal coca here? For the altitude? For the altitude, yeah.
You're not having any coca. You know, first thing headquarters is gonna do when we get back home is make us piss in a cup.
But the altitude, it's getting hard to breathe.
Shut up. We'll leave a marker so the rebels can pick up the supplies later.
is a
Como
national
anda?
park, one of Bolivia's natural treasures. To put a resort
We need
on
to
it,
have Bird approaching. Stay down.
Mister, the rest of the world should share in this treasure. Turning Agua Verde into a resort will bring tourists who will bring cash into the country. The casino alone will... The casino? Even if I approve the resort without the approval of the Aymara chiefs, the Gambling Control Authority will never go for a casino with such questionable financing. They've already promised approval. ¿Qué? I don't believe it. How is such a thing possible? Well, the president of the Gambling Control Authority understands that a lot of money goes through a casino. If some of that money happens to get lost, he wants to make sure that it falls into the right hands. Don't you, senor? Ah, okay, of course. How much money are we talking about? Well, I'd say 50,000 US dollars a month to start. That sounds reasonable, Carzita. Have your lawyer send me the construction permits. I will handle everything. Perfecto. You and your family have a good evening.